In traditional teaching, the assessment usually comes only from a teacher, but in project-based learning, assessment is multidimensional. So teacher, peers, student self-assessment, maybe outside experts will all contribute to the assessment process.
It takes a look at how well did students understand the content goals, how did they develop perhaps as collaborators or critical thinkers, how were they as communicators who could share their ideas to an audience. A rubric is a traditional tool that teachers use in PBL to help communicate all of these different learning goals and to be really transparent about them with students.
A criteria for success is that your hypothesis is clear and uses the if, then, because format. For this particular experiment, we're going to do one, right, as a group, so I can see where you guys are, and then when you do it individually, you'll have your own hypothesis.
Whether you write a rubric yourself or co-create it with students, it's important to make sure they understand the language. So use student-friendly language, use models, which students can then critique using the rubric to make sure they really have internalized the criteria for good quality work in the project.
This is a tool for them to help drive their own learning and to be in charge of their own learning, because they can see the progress they're making, they can get the support they need from you to get all the way to those learning goals. So as a project-based teacher, you're going to put more of your attention on formative assessment than you are on summative assessment.
So students are critiquing their work along the way, their peers' work, getting feedback from experts and the teacher to make sure their learning is on track, their products are high quality.
And I wanted to ask Tallulah, because she did something really cool. She came to me and she said, I'm done. And what did I ask you to do before you said you were done?
I tested it.
She tested it out to make sure that it worked by sweeping up some dirt.
Yeah.
And then the second thing you did was, I asked you, are you sure, is there anything else you want to change about it, or are you sure you're done? And what did you decide to add or change?
To decorate it.
And why do you think it's important to decorate the broom?
Those formative check-ins give you opportunities to find out exactly what's happening with student learning in the moment. Are students understanding? Are they confused? Have they taken a wrong turn here? And then you can make those adjustments so that they can kind of redirect or get back on track. So project-based teachers use a variety of formative assessment strategies. Exit tickets, for example, may already be familiar to you. These are great, quick, formative assessments at the end of the day to check for student understanding of a particular concept.
This writing for thinking is useful because it gets you to reflect on what we've done today. And I want all of you in your notebooks in section 1 to do the writing for thinking. So it says state the problem. What were your initial ideas about your hypothesis? What was your plan? What did you want to do? How did you want to approach this problem?
If you find that a number of students, either the whole class or a small group, are struggling to understand a particular concept, you can plan some adjustments for the next day. So you're going to find that some formative assessment strategies are really quick, like observing, asking a question. What makes you say that? Making sure students can kind of back up their answers. These things happen in just a split second. Other forms of formative assessment are a little more structured. For example, when it's time for students to give each other peer critique of a work in progress, you might have them use a protocol like the charrette protocol, which is a structured way for students to give each other constructive feedback, to take their product that they're working on, make some enhancements, and make another revision so that it's even better by the end of the project.
Over the time that we've done these charrettes, I've noticed the kids are giving more quality feedback. Just not, well, I liked your project and I think you should change this. But quality feedback on details, like if you do this, then it will change this. And then the kids are able to take that feedback, plus the feedback that I give them as their instructor, to enhance it a little bit more.
There are many more formative assessment strategies you're probably already using, everything from quizzes to hand signals. Think about, how am I going to use these in the context of project-based teaching so that I know where my students are as learners and I know my next move as a project-based teacher.